I think the first time it popped into my head, unrealistically, it was when I was about 10 years old. So we moved house as a family from Hemel Hempstead into London. And a few years later, I realised estate agents charged a lot of money for that move. That's when we first sold our first property as a family. Once I worked out that it was around 2% and cost us £4,000 to move, I thought, this is not right. And living in an age with disruption, technology, Uber, Amazon, I thought doorsteps.co.uk should be at the top of that.
In the business world, we've learned that achieving success can certainly take a lot of time, and the majority of the millionaires and billionaires we know of today are in their 30s or above. Having raised £500,000 through an initial investment and subsequent crowdfunding, Doorsteps emerged in the autumn as the country's 18th biggest estate agency, with a valuation of £12 million. The story made headlines in a number of national media, with the Daily Mirror citing Akshay's belief that, at 19, he was the country's youngest self-made millionaire and now has an estimated net worth of £18 million. While at school, he proved to himself and to investors that his dreams were viable by selling his first house during his advanced level studies. Oxford University has offered him a set to study economics and mathematics, but Akshay is putting that on hold for now, as his business is doing well and he wishes to take it forward. However, the road to success was not without its twists and turns. He created and scrapped multiple businesses, all of which helped him improve the Doorsteps online offering. His age presented challenges when it came to seeking funding, but he was determined to regard his youth as that he had less baggage rather than less credibility. The company, now run by a team of 60, has an annual turnover of £1 million, but he says he wants to reach £6 million by next year. And the potential is there. They have properties all over the UK. We have listed over £1 billion worth of homes and taken 1% of the UK market share. This translates to over 7,000 to 8,000 properties marketed and customer savings of over £8 million compared to if they used a high street estate agent. The website has a 91% excellent satisfaction rate on Trustpilot and estimates it's saved customers a collective £4 million in fees. They have sold Kensington flats for over £2 to £3 million, he said. But we charged no more than £99 to sell them. That's a saving of over £20,000 for some customers. But despite soaring sales, Akshay pays himself just £1,000 a month. Akshay Ruparelia was born in 1998 in Mayfair, London, to parents Kaushik Ruparelia, who is a care worker, and Renuka Ruparelia, who is a teaching assistant for deaf children with Camden Council in London. He attended high school at the Queen Elizabeth High School in Barnet, London. As a boy, Akshay had always had a knack for being entrepreneurial. He sold sweets when he was younger to be able to buy a new PlayStation gaming console, and he also ventured into selling colognes. However, what really kicked off his career was his creation of Doorsteps. According to the company's website, this is what Doorsteps do. Disillusioned with the exorbitant prices charged by conventional estate agents, we set out to build a world where you could sell your house for less than £100 straight from the comfort of your home. With Doorsteps, all it takes are a few clicks and your house is sold. Simple as that. We provide an honest, transparent, and hassle-free way to sell your property at a fantastic price with the best online estate agents. No strings attached. Sounds pretty nifty, right? Doorsteps have even been dubbed the Uber of the real estate world for how it was able to revolutionize the real estate market in the United Kingdom. Since Doorsteps was launched in the United Kingdom, the online estate agency business was given an initial valuation of £12 million. Akshay himself is estimated to have a net worth of over £18 million. He has geared the online estate agency to help people sell their properties without the exorbitant costs that usually come with hiring established estate agents. The company charges a meagre sum of £99, as opposed to £800 to £1,000 that other firms charge. Needless to say, this simplistic model is paying off as now he has around a large number of homes to sell on his website while selling 30 houses on an average every week. When I was 19, I spent most of my free time hanging out with my friends and going out to the local mall. However, at just 19 years old, Akshay had already become the youngest millionaire in the United Kingdom. He had to balance his schoolwork and his business while it was still beginning when he was just in high school. In order to make the workload easier on him, Akshay had to hire a call center to answer calls and queries for him while he was taking his classes. He would personally communicate with clients himself once school hours were over. He needed some capital to start his business, and he ended up borrowing from his relatives to launch the company's website. With £7,000, he began his life-changing business venture. Little did he know that his company was going to be a major hit. Over the course of a mere 16 months, Doorsteps became the 18th largest estate agency in the United Kingdom. Over that period, Akshay said that he was able to sell properties that cumulatively were worth over £100 million and have since sold over £1 billion. In an interview, he recalls that he had to ask his sister's boyfriend for help to meet his very first client. He had learned that he had a client during his lunch break at school, and naturally, he was thrilled. However, there was one teeny-tiny problem. The client was a man from Sussex, which was quite a drive away, and Akshay did not have a driver's license yet. To help him, his sister's boyfriend had to drive him there. However, it was worth the distance. Upon closing the deal with the man, Akshay was able to sell off the man's properties within 3 weeks. When property agents sell a home, they typically apply a 2 to 5% commission on the sale. You can imagine the amount of money they would be able to rake in by just selling one home. However, Akshay wanted Doorsteps to veer away from that type of selling. Instead of the 2 to 3% commission, Doorsteps just charges a fee of £99 to sell a home. With the business's massive success, Akshay was able to purchase his parents, who are both deaf, their own car. He does not discredit the importance of education, but he does point out that the system needs to change to better hone the talents and skills of young people rather than sticking to a rigid academic grading system. In an interview with Mirror Money, Akshay claims,
actually, you had school, you had the business, but you also had being the carer for your parents, which was something that was just part of your life.
For me, that was just normal. That was the way I've lived to myself and my family and my sibling. I didn't know any different. But I think that really was an advantage for me. The maturity and responsibility at a young age really helped me, I think, with my time management and being able to take on a responsibility and tackle several different fronts at the same time.
That's a lot of pressure for young shoulders, isn't it? So you've got school, work, caring.
But I think once you, as I've said, when it's something you've just lived with your whole life, caring for your parents, and it's just ingrained in you, I think, again, it's given me the resilience and the bravery to try something like setting up a business. I think one of them would be take every experience you have and just take it on board. So caring for my parents and anything else that's happened in life, I think use that to your advantage in the same way that I've attempted to and I've tried to. Listen to your mum.
Yes.
She's right more often than she's not. And the last thing is enjoy what you're doing. Put your mind to something, and if you really, really work towards it and you enjoy it, instead of spending hours watching TV.
Love it or hate it, it can't be denied that social media was a whole lot more entertaining with content from TikTok in the mix. Nowadays, you can basically find content on TikTok that covers basically anything under the sun. Who exactly is behind this social media giant? In the video coming up now, we're going to be talking about Zhang Yiming and how he founded one of the world's largest and fastest growing social media platforms.